Nintendo, Creatures Incorporated, Game Freak Incorporated. Ooh, gnarly. It's Pokemon Yellow, folks.
Good Lord, what's that? Oh my God. What is this monster? It's coming closer! No! Please, no! Oh, why? Oh, I can't escape from it! Oh, kill her! Oh, please! Oh, it's lying! Oh, have mercy! Mercy!
Welcome to Pokemon Yellow version. Pikachu! Along for the ride is fellow Walfas Club member ChaosOverlordZ. You can just
pronounce Z.
We're not. This is American English, buddy. Not.
Don't care.
Anyway, yeah, we had a couple of screw-ups. Hopefully this take won't be a screw-up. Anyway!
I wanted to say that was the third time I was electrocuted to death by the yellow vermin. And here we see the senile old man.
Yes.
Admittedly, this is before he is unable to tell the difference between a man and a woman.
That's next generation. That's about, crap. When did Gen 2 take place? 3-4 years after, Gen 1? Anyway, that's the only time you hear Pikachu's normal cry. Well, this is a better kind of Ash. This is my version of Ash that I use in roleplay. Full name Ashton Ketchum, nickname Red. Former Indigo League champion, bearer of many badges from across the globe.
And the one that Ho-Ho actually endorsed the beginning of the journey of. Really, you look at the anime and it's such a sense of optimism back then. I mean, he's clearly being blessed by this legendary god, like
who we didn't even know about yet.
Yeah.
There was like a gajillion sites speculating what the hell that giant rainbow phoenix was.
And of course, the anime incorrectly said it was Moltres of the second episode. I'm a bit of a nerd, you see.
But it was actually Ho-Oh, the rainbow phoenix.
I preferred Lugia. Lugia looked way better.
Play a little Super Mario World, and then we get our potion.
The first game I ever played, Super Mario World.
Yep. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? That.
Switch. You also just told Ash this time.
Alright, there's Delia, our mother.
The mother who will appear in an important role in the third film. However, doesn't seem to be living with a Mr. Mime.
Yeah. Gary is over at the lab.
For the game that's based on the anime that was based on the game, I will attempt to hold back references to the anime, but I think we must all admit it's sort of impossible.
Quite, yes. Look, I'm in the tall grass. I'm in the tall grass. Whoops.
And then Ash was killed. Game over.
He got eaten by a ravenous pack of Rattata. Whoops! Speaking of tall grass, speaking of me flubbing my lines, hi there.
Expect many epileptic seizures the moment Pikachu starts using a Thundershock. Yes, people, it was not Porygon that gave people seizures, it was Pikachu.
Yes, misblamed. And somehow Oak managed to frickin' catch a Pikachu with a base Pokeball.
I captured a Rayquaza with a base Pokeball. It was technically a Premier Ball, but I didn't know that just had the same catch rate as the Pokeball at the time. Praise me!
Rayquaza's catch rate is in the negative. You shouldn't have even been able to catch it at all.
Ah, Rayquaza. Voted #1 best cover Pokemon in the world.
Yes, and in Yellow version, Gary was not supposed to show up today. He was supposed to show up tomorrow with the other two kids in Pallet Town who were going to start their journey.
However, I had built a time machine, sent my character from the 4th generation in, and sent them into nightmares with Darkrai. All hail Darkrai.
Okay. Yes, expect Zero to interrupt me constantly. That's kind of his thing.
It's partially not expected, it's partially accidental. I'm in Scotland, in the middle of nowhere in Scotland, in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of nowhere in Scotland, so I do have a bit of lag.
I'll get a better Pokemon than you. This is one of the best in the biz, man. It's Eevee, the cute and cuddly evolutionary miracle.
Well,
and then he realizes this and decides to kick Ash in the balls and take the Eevee.
Wonder if that means it's genetically the closest to Mew.
Possibly.
As Mew's supposed to be the first Pokemon, until they decided let's just jump the shark and create God.
Well, they stated that Mew has genetic material from all other Pokemon. It's entirely possible that Mew is the template Arceus used to create everything else.
I still like to think Arceus had no hand in creating Mew. So I'm not a fan of Arceus. I like Giratina because he is fucking awesome. So, oh, sorry, bad language. That will be the only time I swear it. I swear, I'm thing, but admittedly, Giratina is frickin' awesome.
Well, I'm not too stringent about it. Just don't blast out F-bombs every other sentence.
Can I say the Scottish version of the classic excrement insult?
Most people aren't even going to know what you're saying, so I'm not too inclined to refuse.
Shite, then.
Yeah.
Shite.
Well, don't abuse it or else I will mute you. Anyway, I'm doing this. I probably did it more times than I needed to, because it's a little bit of a cheat. And not only does Gary want to steal the Pokemon we were supposed to have, he wants to beat us with that Pokemon. Now, don't lose
better
this.
This game would have been that had, instead of using the yellow vermin, you had gotten the Eevee.
Well, there is
how much better the world would have been.
Well, there is a code in Red and Blue that allows you to change the starter you get.
This would be a legal, cheating code.
Yes, Game Shark. And 95% accuracy fail.
Yes, for people that have only played the game recently, this is before the special and physical split. So
yeah, that was Gen 2.
practically all moves
going
special.
freaking flawless victory this BS.
Which, compared to what happened in the failed versions of this, is a good thing.
Yeah, flawless victory, biatch.
Finish him. Finish him now! Pikachu, use Thunderbolt on Gary! Finish him now before he wrecks the world! End his life!
And that line there is a throw over from Red and Blue. They didn't change it. I picked the wrong Pokemon. That was the only Pokemon on the table, you dummy. And it was supposed to be ours. But if you lose that fight, Gary will take pity on you and evolve his Eevee into a Vaporeon, which is heavily vulnerable to electricity. Oh, hey. This Pikachu does not want to be in the Pokeball. Now, you're wondering why I kept spamming the potion even though it doesn't going to have any effect. That's why. Instant friendship. And I actually just learned that trick today.
Which will come in handy in getting Charmander.
Yes.
Which we will use, because this is before the invention of the horrible move, and thus Charizard is godly.
Yes, Stealth Rock is garbage. Where's that shopkeeper? Yeah, I forgot to get that shopkeeper. I went through the grass twice and nothing happened. I don't know if that's a good thing. Anyway.
Maybe we've killed them all.
We not only have the potion that Mum left for us in the PC, we have a free sample, so we have 2 potions. Hey, Mac, get out of our way. We're done.
mean, I really wish the anime would just address the fact that clearly some Pokemon were carnivores. They did it with Aerodactyl the first time he showed up, although then they copped out the second time. Charizard clearly has jagged teeth!
Yes, we have Oak's Parcel.
And we're talking about a world with incredibly dark undertones, if you look hard enough. Not Adventure Time dark, but some pretty dark stuff.
Out of our way, you old fart.
I think in the original Japanese he was upset. I think he was drunk.
Probably.
Oh, the PC world. Where I can't make my hilarious jokes about the religions of the world.
There we go. Rattata!
The worst Pokemon in existence.
All gens have two things in the very beginning of the game. A stupidly common normal type and a stupidly common flying type. The normal type for Gen 1, Rattata.
Now, which is the stupidly common flying? Is it Pidgey or is it Zubat?
It's Pidgey. Zubat's the stupidly common cave Pokemon.
Of which, fortunately, I will not be listening to. Although at that point I do suspect a large amount of people will be dropping off. Because they won't have my hilarious Scottish commentary.
Well, maybe I can drag you along for some point in Crystal, but we'll see.
We're doing Crystal? Whee!
Later. Much later.
I've never played Crystal.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how this works out.
It's the one third version I never owned. I think that might be because I didn't have a Game Boy Color at the time.
Yeah, and that custom Pokeball, many speculate that might have been the GS ball that he was looking over. And boy, was that a useless MacGuffin.
No, it was going to be incredibly useful, but then they thought, yes, let's just mess up the plot so we can have Stella be in the movie. But we've been building up this GS ball for ages. Just leave it with that ball, guy. I'm sure people will forget about it.
No!
We didn't!
We didn't know! Spoiler alert, I will be hacking the GS ball into my inventory, because the Celebi quest was never removed from the English versions. The Japanese at Nintendo, they were too lazy to remove it, so they translated it like everything else, and left it in.
Oh, I so hated having things that you had to go to events to get. You just get an item, you needed to go to an event. I hated that.
Well, mostly because
Platinum, the Reggie stuff, where there were clearly all three Reggies, but you needed to go to the frickin' movie to go see to get it.
Yes, we have the Pokédex. We have Dexter now.
Darkrai is one of my favorites. Because he was the first event Pokemon I got, because they finally realized they could use their internet connection to send the item through to you after a certain period of time.
And Daisy gave us a map. Thank you, Daisy.
A fun point for the map, one of the mangas, Ash has a crush on Daisy.
Well, it's red in the manga.
Yes, but let's face it, good point, Ash is an idiot.
Well,
okay.
Red's the good kind of Ash, and really, Red sounds like a nickname to me, to be quite honest.
Yes, admittedly this is before the Ash clearly took one too many thunder shocks to the brain. A man who is clearly blessed by gods now seems to be losing against a level 5 starter. I don't care if you don't have electrical attacks. You learned quick attacks to deal and be defeated your evolved form without using any electric attacks at one point in the first season. Why are you losing to a level 5?
Yeah, that's a good question.
But then, of course, this is the guy who has a Pokemon that has defeated a legendary in a one-on-one fight and keeps abandoning it. And this Pokemon that he picked up after it had been abandoned.
Alright. Now we're gonna catch some stuff.
World.
You can tell how this segment's gonna go, folks, because Zero's sticking with us until Pewter Gym. He's gonna be going on, and it's gonna be funny.
Well, as long as it's not about Moffat or Bay.
Yeah, don't.
I'll go
oh, death crit.
You know, clearly these Pokemon are presumably being dragged off to be eaten by upper Pokemon. They're unconscious. Let's face it.
True. Rattata are rats, and rats are omnivores, so...
So highly intelligent.
Nice.
Ooh! Managed to get the Pidgey early this time.
There we go.
Last time we had to wait till he got level 5.
There you go! Pidgey the Pigeon!
The Winged Rat. Another Pokemon that Ash just outright abandoned.
Yeah. Oh yes, I do want to get a Rattata.
Yes, the moment it was that powerful and thus the most valuable to the team, and you could have used it to fly over the island, traverse the world, discover amazing wonders. You abandon and never return, even though you said you would.
He hasn't been back home ever. Hi, Joy.
He's back home at the end of every tournament. How do you think he went to Hoenn?
Point. But yeah, I mean, we can come to this one consensus that Anime Ash is thicker than bricks.
Well, I like to think he has taken a few too many thunder shocks to the brain. Why else would he completely ignore all character development that happens in the movie and somehow be defeated by people vastly inexperienced from him?
Yeah, I mean, as you pointed out, Pikachu, who he has had forever, should be like level freaking 100 by now.
Team Rocket get more character development.
And they're competent now! That's the bad
Yes, I
part.
still prefer to be just had moved on to Team Galactic ages ago. Oh, I still prefer Team Galactic. I will attempt to hold back my rage at the whole end fiasco.
If this crits, I'm gonna be mad. Nope, we're good. That is annoying!
Just look at its cold, uncaring eyes as it looks upon its wounded prey and murders it. Pikachu is evil.
I'm tempted to use a potion, but yeah, I'm gonna pause the video and go to the Pokemon Center. We'll be right back. And we're back. Pidgey's healed.
And its large rainbow bird flew over. It was quite a dramatic sight. Shame you all missed it.
Preview! Boss preview, because Ho-Oh is pretty much the closest thing to a boss in Gen 2.
Lugia!
Well, that depends on your version, actually. If you're playing Gold version,
Secretly hate yourself for not getting silver.
Oh, right. No. Pidgey can't fight right now.
Oh yes, I remember Gen 2 when I first played it. I was so happy they had the little bars that show you how much experience you've gotten.
Yeah. They don't have
Simple, but a really effective touch.
B-button, B-button. Hey, we got a rat. Rattata.
Now, I want to proclaim myself Overlord here, as I caught a Rayquaza with an ordinary Pokeball.
You caught it with a
It's same catch rate. And this is Rayquaza we're talking about.
True. We've got a negative catch rate.
And you have to go up to an annoying.
We're gonna go over the side and get some extra Pokemon and train as well. Spearow!
Dear God, it's going to kill you, and you're going to heroically defend your injured Pokemon, showing a deep amount of care and love for it. That will then be later on as you abandon the Pokemon that you proceeded to abandon, that were abandoned. You only picked them up because they were abandoned, and you look like a caring person, but then you abandoned them. Where's your Pidgey, Ash? And where's your Butterfree?
His Butterfree is getting laid.
That's really upsetting. Why couldn't they, however, have at least gone with Pikachu's goodbye and had him leave and never return? I hate you, Pikachu. I hate you.
Oh, this is gonna be quite fun, isn't it?
Well, quite fun until pure gem, and then suddenly that's it. They'll all drop off as they'll all be wondering, where's that hilarious Scottish bloke? My God, he had such a sexy voice.
Now you're getting a little full of yourself, buddy.
I'd like to also say, I'm over 60.
I did promise Zero this because I was gonna have him as part of the run for Ooh, Mankey! I was gonna have him as part of the run for Recketeer, but I don't think I can. I don't have the RAM on this computer to run Recketeer at full speed with Skype and Blueberry Flashback running at the same time. Now you need Mankey in this version. You need him. That's why you're getting him early.
And then you, much like Ash, can just abandon him.
You did not see that thing in the corner, folks.
What thing in the corner? Was it REM? Was that me in the corner?
That was save state.
Was that me in the spotlight? Losing my religion?
What? Oh.
It's an REM song.
Oh, yes. I got the reference there. It took me a minute.
Yes, and if you ever don't like Mankey, I'd like to remind people you can download Pokemon Snap on the Virtual Console and throw things at them.
Yes! Pester ball, pester ball, pester ball, everywhere pester balls!
In fact, you're openly encouraged to do it.
Tail whip useless!
Die, Rattata. Die and be fed upon by the Fearos.
Alright. We're gonna keep training Pikachu and trying to catch the other Nidoran. And sadly, Nidoqueen cannot breed.
Surely they can breed with Nidokings?
No,
I mean,
they're not in an egg group.
Can they at least breed with Ditto?
No, Nidoqueen is not in an egg group. Yeah, I broke him. I think I broke him.
Translation. ChaosOverlordZ is incredibly enraged by such a stupid and easily fixable problem. Okay, I've calmed down. My Murloc here has calmed me down.
Alright,
For those who do not know what Murlocs are, they're pretty common in World of Warcraft. I play World of Warcraft, I play a warrior for the Horde.
Yes, Loktar! Yeah, I used to play a hunter, to be honest.
Oh, I am so looking forward to being able to kill Garrosh. I mean, I've been sitting on his throne, Clint, before that throne was built. Moment to the Alliance killed. Ral 1 point. I proclaimed myself new war chief. Yelled it across Orgrimmar.
Thrall isn't dead, though.
No, this is if you kill world leaders, you get the achievement, and if you kill all of them, you get the bear.
Oh, right. I need to go get more Pokeballs.
Yes, I'm sure you need plenty of balls.
Balls.
Okay, that's the puerile joke for the session.
One more potion for the road. That'll do me. I'm out of money. I have only 75 Poke-Yen to my name.
I already said that. I mean, does the Pokemon currencies and this Pokemon...
Well, the currency symbol is the yen symbol, except it's a P instead of a Y.
Wonder, does that mean they have a stock market? I mean, there's whole bits of questionable things about the Pokemon. I mean, you're in a world where there is openly god figures. Does that mean there are churches dedicated to these deities? Does Christianity exist? Because apparently Santa Claus exists and it's, got a bunch of jinx all helping him out in an episode that's now considered racist.
That's a good question. However, we're going to have to answer it in the next video. We're nearing 30 minutes, and this is my time to end. Now, as I said before, I'm going to be bringing in people every time I beat a gym. A new person's going to be coming in, so Zera's sticking with us until Pewter. Catch you later, folks. I told you I'd make something.